Hi folks, this is Shivakumar Mani. In this video I am going to discuss about a topic that normally people would not like to discuss. They consider this as something a sin, unwanted, inauspicious, and something that is dreadful, fearful. Yeah, the topic is death a taboo? My objective of making this video is to make the mass aware that death is a must event. Accept it. Don't be afraid of it. So what is death? Death is nature. So anything that is nature, you can't change it. You can't bend it. Sometimes we think through medical care you are extending the life of a person. But unfortunately that is not that is happening there. His time to die has not yet come. It's not you extending his death. So what we need to understand is, if death is nature, let us understand that we can't do anything about it. But why are we afraid of death? Why is it we are scared to talk about it? So let us first try to understand the underlying cause for this fear. So now let us see, how does our psychology work? Our psychology has got only two definitions in life. One is pleasantness and the other one is unpleasantness. We put whatever that is happening in our life either in the basket of pleasantness or in the basket of unpleasantness. And anything that is pleasant, we welcome that. We are eager to welcome that, and once it is there, we are very happy. But anything that is unpleasant, look at our psychology, how it is working here. We don't want even to discuss about it. Say for example, a child has written his exams, and as the date of result is nearing, the parents are discussing with the child. How much mark do you think you will get? I'm sure you will pass. But if suppose the child says, Papa, if I fail, then what the parents say? No. You should not even say that you will fail. So this is how our psychology works. We are not ready to accept something that we consider as unpleasant. We don't want to discuss about it. We don't welcome that. If something unpleasant happens, then we feel sorrow. We feel sorry about it. Now the question I want to put to you people is pleasant and unpleasant are uniform across the globe? I am sure your answer will be no. You know that it is not uniform. What is pleasant to someone else may not be pleasant. It might be either unpleasant to that other person, or it doesn't matter in his life at all. So it's my own perception, my own creation of pleasantful, pleasantness. So if pleasantness and unpleasantness are not uniform across the globe, and it is my own perception, now we need to understand something that is called the truth. Truth is something that is universal. It is not like your pleasantness and unpleasantness, which is not universal. Truth means it is universal. It doesn't undergo any change in the given time or space. That is called truth. And death is truth. Rest of the things in our life are untruth or false. Even at one point of time in our life, what we considered as a pleasantful experience, some other time in our life, it doesn't matter to us at all. Yes or no? Whatever those things that were absolutely giving you that pleasantness when during your childhood, does it matter to you today when you're grown up? No. So those things keeps on changing as the time goes. Our perception keeps on changing according to our age, according to our experience, situation, all those factors. So we need to first understand what is truth and what is untruth. That's the second thing, dear folks, we need to understand. So truth is something that is universal. It doesn't undergo any change in any given time or space. So I told you that people are afraid, people are scared of death. They don't want to even discuss about it. So we need to understand that what is this fear about death? Why? So first, what is fear is all about? Why this fear happens? Why this fear psychosis happens? Why are people afraid of something or the other? There are two basic things that we need to understand here. The cause for fear is one, our ignorance about the truth. All that are not true, we believe they are true. But sometime in our life they fail, and then we are confused, we are shocked. So now we don't know what to do. I thought this is going to be there with me, but now suddenly it has gone. So the first cause for fear is our ignorance about the truth, and the second cause, which is related to the first one, but I want to use certain words which might help you to understand much more clearly, is unfamiliarness and unknownness. The fear comes when you are in an unfamiliar situation and when you want to think about something which you are unknown about it. You have no knowledge about it. So anything that unfamiliar or unknown happens, the fear psychosis comes there. You are afraid, you are scared. So what is this unknown is nothing but our ignorance about the truth. Once our understanding, awareness about the truth happens, there is nothing like unknown or unfamiliar. Because all that is not true, all that are false, we think we are familiar with that. But since they are not stable, how that the familiarity stands? When something keeps on changing, how do you think you are familiar with that? By the time you become familiar with that, it changes. Now you become unfamiliar. So all that you believed, all the false things, all that untruth you believed as truth leads to unknown and unfamiliarity, and that is why we are always afraid, we are always scared. Even death, we are scared because it is unknown and unfamiliar to us. We are not aware of it, so it is unknown. And familiarity doesn't require experience. Familiarity in certain cases requires knowledge. Knowledge itself leads to familiarity in certain cases. In some cases, experience, practice leads to familiarity. But in death, it is not that I need to get an experience to become familiar about it. There will be no opportunity for becoming familiar. with it. And knowledge. Knowledge is what? Here I am talking about the truth. So that's all about fear. The second problem with us. Now let us get into this death per se. You know, this is the only thing which has got an 100% assured strike rate. Nothing in your life you can say 100% assured strike rate. Even all those anti-germs, cleansers which are marketed, you know, even their advertisements claims only up to 99.9%. See, they can't say 100%. But that one thing that you can rest assured 100% guarantee is death. It does not have any bias. It does not have any prejudice. It does not have any partiality. It is across for every living creature in this earth. It works on a very simple logic. Anything that has a beginning has to have an end. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 22, Lord Krishna says, death is something like changing your shirt when it wears off. He says, as simple as that. Because in our Hindu culture, we believe there is a rebirth. So it is as simple as changing a shirt. When one shirt wears off, you throw that away and you go for a new shirt. Death is something like that. When this body wears off, the soul, which is the Atma, leaves this body and takes another new body. So, can we stop it? The only puzzle here is that we don't know who will die, when he will die, how he will die, when I am going to die. That's the only puzzle. But assume a situation. As soon as we are born, we are coming with a tag which is inscribed with our date of death. How our feelings will be? I think our worries will start from that time onwards. Maybe to get rid out of this tension, people may stop bearing children. Why should I invite problem? You know, that's the beauty of nature. It didn't kept you informed about it. There is a secrecy in it. But one thing which is not secret is eventually it will happen. Now, how to break this? How to break this and accept it? So, first of all, let us understand what are the beliefs that we carry around this death factor. Our beliefs are, one, it's an inauspicious event. Our superstitions are there. Inauspicious event. Suppose I am walking on the road, I am going somewhere and a dead body crosses. I feel, no, this is not the time to go out. I go back. By discussing death itself will bring death. And not sharing with children. Suppose, let us assume how we communicate the children in the family. If someone is dead, we tell the children, he or she has gone to the God, or God has taken him or her. So we think our children should not know about death. There are so many such superstitions about death. So first thing is that these need to be broken. How can we break this superstition? By simply understanding the truth, what? That which is inevitable need to be accepted. That which is nature is not in my control. So let me be prepared physically, mentally and materially to face it. So what I would suggest here is, at the end of my video is, as we are fighting to, as we have started discussing about sex education, I think there should be an education in death. People should become familiar. People should be free enough to talk about it wherever they are, about whomsoever it might be. You know, in Vedanta, it is said people should take time in their life to think about death, about self dying, about kith and kin dying. So you practice, you become familiar about it, you are prepared now. That fear is not there. Why? Now you have become familiar. Mentally you have started practicing it. And this is what our Vedas say. You need to practice it. Children need to be taught about it. Children should be aware of the fact that nothing is stable in this earth. What I see today may vanish tomorrow or maybe even the next moment. So I should not cry. I should have the courage to face it and move along in my life. So folks, at the end of this video, what I want to submit is that we should be courageous enough, we should be knowledgeable enough to welcome death as we welcome birth. Thank you very much for listening to this video.